I just got settled in at Mom and Dad's. The guest room still smells like lavender, same as when I was little.
Cool.
It's quiet here, peaceful, but honestly, it already feels strange without you. I keep glancing over, expecting you to walk in. I guess I didn't realize how used to you I've become. I know you're working so hard right now, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I just hate that we're apart in these last few days. I wish you could be here. I left dinner in the fridge, your favorite pasta and some salad. It's nothing fancy, but I hope it makes you feel a little more at home.
Okay, pasta sounds good.
I even vacuumed before I left and took out the trash. I didn't want to leave you with everything.
Thanks.
I know it's silly, but I feel a little guilty leaving the house like that. I miss you. I miss us.
Yeah, me too. Good night.
Good night, Mark. I love you.
She's here!
Right on schedule, just like they said she would be. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, full head of hair, and the sweetest little face I've ever seen. She scrunched her nose just like you do. I couldn't stop laughing through the tears. Mark, she's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I can't even describe the feeling. I've never loved anyone so fast. Mom was holding my hand the whole time. She cried harder than I did. She took a photo right after they placed her on my chest. I've looked at it 100 times already. I wish you'd been here. I really do. When do you think you'll be able to come see her?
Eventually. You staying at your folks' place for a while?
Yeah, the doctor wants me to rest, and Mom's already nesting like I'm 12 again. But I'm okay with it. I want our daughter's first days to be peaceful, warm, surrounded by love.
Cool. I'll send you something in the mail.
Oh, really? Aw, Mark, that's so sweet of you. I can't wait to see what it is. A courier came to the door this morning. I thought maybe you sent flowers, or a letter, maybe even a gift for the baby. But no, you sent divorce papers. Are you out of your mind?
Finally! I was wondering when that would arrive. Paid for express shipping, worth every cent. I didn't want to waste another second. It's time, Leanna. We're done.
I gave birth to your daughter yesterday. I am literally holding her in my arms and reading that you want a divorce? You're not even going to pretend to be a decent person?
I'm not pretending anything anymore. I've been counting the days, honestly. You pushed that baby out and I exhaled. Freedom's right around the corner. Look, let's be real. You're too old for this. Your body must be broken if it took this long to have a kid. 32, that's ancient. You were waddling around like your bones were turning to dust. I wanted a young wife, a hot mom, not a woman gasping through pregnancy like it was a triathlon.
Oh my god, you're actually serious. You think this is about my age? My body? I carried our child. I endured everything for 9 months. Pain, swelling, blood pressure spikes. For us. And all you care about is how I looked?
I care that you tricked me, that you paraded around with that belly like it was something beautiful, but it just made me feel trapped. You were falling apart, Leanna. The way you breathed, the way you looked in maternity clothes, I was embarrassed. I told you from the start I didn't want a kid. You knew it. You knew, but you went ahead anyway. You chose to ruin everything. So now I'm choosing me.
She's not a mistake, Mark. She's a person. A little breathing person who didn't ask for any of this. You don't even want to see her? Not even once?
Not even once. I don't want to accidentally care. I don't want to feel a damn thing. This isn't some movie where I hold the baby and suddenly change. That's not happening.
You're a monster. A selfish, heartless coward. She's beautiful. She's perfect. And she deserves a father who doesn't throw her away like garbage.
She deserves a mother who didn't wait until her uterus was begging for mercy. Honestly, I feel bad for her. You'll smother her with your desperation.
It's not like you just learned I was pregnant yesterday. Why have you stuck around for so long if this is how you really felt?
I stayed for appearances, that's it. I smiled, I touched your belly, I told people I was excited. All lies. I was just trying to make it to the finish line without a scene.
A scene? You think this isn't a scene? I gave you every piece of me. I cried into your shoulder. I trusted you.
And I tolerated you. I played nice. But inside, I was counting down every day. Do you know how suffocating it was listening to you talk about strollers and nursery paint?
You're revolting. I begged you to be there when she was born. I waited for you. I actually wanted you there. And the whole time you were already packing your bags?
Don't act shocked. I told you I didn't want to do this. You made this bed. Now lie in it with your sagging belly and mommy blogs. I'm free now. No crying baby, no hormonal wife. Just me, my own space, and a future without this mess. Being single again, it's gonna be incredible.
And you're proud of that? Proud of abandoning your child like she's a bill you didn't want to pay? She will never know you, and if she ever asks, I'll tell her the truth. Her father ran the second she arrived.
That's fine. Tell her whatever helps you sleep in that sad little guest room. I don't care what story you spin. I won't be around to hear it.
She'll grow up strong. She'll grow up safe. And when she looks at me, she'll know I stayed. And when she asks why you're not there, I'll say because your father didn't deserve you.
Then we're done. Sign the papers, change your name, pretend I never existed. And I'll pretend none of this ever happened. Madam, I hope I'm not intruding. I wanted to ask about the package that arrived from Mr. Mark. I admit I found it rather strange that he didn't deliver it in person. After all, one would expect a husband to appear, if only to lay eyes on his child.
It wasn't just a package, Walter. It was divorce papers. Signed, sealed, and sent to my parents' house. Like a utility bill he wanted off his back. I still can't believe it's real.
I see. I'm terribly sorry, madam. I can't imagine what you must be feeling, nor what you've already endured. You've only just given birth. Your strength must be taxed. Please, allow me to take on anything you need. Errands, correspondence, anything at all.
Actually, I might need someone to go to the courthouse for me. I was going to ask Dad, but honestly, I'm too tired to relive the whole explanation again.
Of course, madam. Say no more. I would be honored to act on your behalf. Might I inquire, what happened? Did Mr. Mark explain himself at all? Or did he simply send a document in place of a conscience?
He said I was too old, that my body must be broken because I didn't have a child until now. He said our daughter's better off without him, that he never wanted to see her. Walter, I swear, it's like he flipped a switch, like he became a stranger overnight.
Then I must ask, madam, and forgive me for the question, but do you intend to reconcile with him? Do you believe there's something left to salvage in this man's heart?
No, not a thing. I don't want a man who sees my baby girl as a burden, who sees me as a burden. We deserve better than someone who vanishes when things get real.
Then it shall be my pleasure to handle every last bit of this dreadful business. I'll see to the paperwork personally. You won't need to lift a finger. And please, should you ever need rest, or a break, or even just a moment of quiet, I would be more than happy to assist with the child. Your parents, wonderful as they are still only 2 people, and you deserve more support than duty alone.
Walter, thank you. I mean that. I want to do as much as I can on my own, I really do, but knowing you're there means more than I can say.
It's an honor, madam. Though I do hate to trouble you further in a time such as this, there is one thing. Something about Mr. Mark's actions strikes me as strange. Deeply strange.
What is it, Walter?
Answer your phone, Leanna. Don't act like you don't see me calling. I've called 6 times. What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Mark, I have a baby, a newborn, one who just fell asleep. You think I'm going to wake her up to hear you screaming through my phone?
I just got served an eviction notice on the front door, taped there for the neighbors to see. You couldn't even warn me first.
Warn you? I didn't think I needed to. You're not my husband anymore, and you're squatting in my house. If you're not going to leave on your own, I'm well within my rights to have you removed.
What do you mean, your house? We lived here together. That makes it ours. I've been here for years, Leanna. You don't get to just erase me like that.
You really don't understand how property law works, do you? We never bought the house together. I purchased it before we were married. The deed is in my name. Always has been.
No, you said it was ours. You said we were building something.
I said we're living together. That's not the same as we co-own this house. I even showed you the paperwork. You smiled and nodded and poured yourself another drink.
So that's it? You just kick me out and pretend none of this happened?
No, that's not really what I'm trying to do. Oh wait, it is actually. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
You're acting like I didn't live here. I slept here, I ate here, I fixed the garbage disposal. That means something. You can't just erase me.
Mark, you were a guest with opinions, not a co-owner. If you want to stay, pay rent. Otherwise, pack up and get out.
Rent? Are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna pay you to stay in a place I've lived for years? Who the hell buys a whole damn house before they're married anyway?
Someone who could afford it. Someone raised by people who taught her not to depend on a man. My family runs a company, so does yours. Or did you forget they're business partners? That they introduced us.
Wait, so you're rich? You actually have money? And you just let me live there like I owned it? You never said anything!
I didn't hide it. You just never asked. I worked at my parents' company, saved every bonus, bought the house in cash. You thought you were supporting me? I was paying for everything.
This is insane. You've just been waiting for a moment to throw all this in my face, haven't you?
No, Mark, I was waiting for you to leave with dignity, but clearly that ship sailed. And while we're being honest, I always made more than you. You were just too proud to notice.
You've got no right to do this. I've lived there. That house is as good as mine. You don't get to just erase me from the house, from her life, from everything. I've been there. I was there before the baby. You can't act like I don't exist.
You made yourself disappear the day you chose freedom over fatherhood. You chose your exit. I'm just holding the door open.
You said I'm gonna get what's coming. What does that mean? You think you can threaten me now after you've already kicked me out?
It's not a threat, Mark. It's a courtesy. You gave me a daughter, and for that, I'm grateful. Truly. But everything that comes next, that's your doing.
Tell me what that means. What the hell are you planning?
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out. You wanted to be free? You're about to find out what that costs. Did you enjoy the file I sent? You know, the one titled Evidence. Thought I'd save you some time before court. Pictures, messages, locations. It's a neat little package.
You spy on me now? Oh, wow, Liana, what a healthy way to move on. You seriously have nothing better to do? You're a mom, aren't you? Act like one.
Funny, I was acting like one when you were sneaking out to act like a teenager. Your entire personality changed. You got secretive, edgy, smug, like a kid hiding a failing report card. So I looked, and there it was, like clockwork.
Oh, come on, it's not like I was out having affairs all day. It was just a few texts, some hanging out. Everyone flirts, stop being so dramatic.
You cheated on your pregnant wife, Mark. Say it out loud. While I was in maternity appointments alone, you were flirting with some waitress who can't spell latte. I asked you to rub my back, and you said, ask your pregnancy pillow. I told you I felt ugly, and you said, well, I didn't get you pregnant for your looks.
You weren't fun anymore. Everything was about the baby and vitamins and cribs and crap. I wanted attention too. I needed someone to make me feel wanted.
Oh, poor you. Did Daddy-to-be not get enough compliments while his wife carried a human being inside her? You weren't neglected, Mark. You were bored, so you ran to anyone who made you feel special. You betrayed me, our vows, and your own child before she was even born. That kind of damage doesn't go away, and I'll never forget it.
I don't care! You think you're better than me just because you've got lawyers and money and a mansion? You think you're so smart, but I got fight in me too, Liana. I'm not scared of you.
You should be, because I've given you every chance to walk away quietly. But you burned that bridge with your smug little smirks and cheating behind my back. I'm not here for revenge. I'm here for justice, for me and for her. And I'm going to make damn sure you remember this moment every time you look over your shoulder.
Blah, blah, blah. You don't scare me, Liana. Would you stop sending me all this stupid stuff from your lawyer? Seriously, it's like every day now. Submit this, acknowledge that. I get it, you hate me. Enough already.
You think it's stupid? That's adorable. It's called legal obligation. You owe child support and alimony, Mark. That's not me being petty, that's just math. I know math isn't your strong suit, but trust me, you're going to want to pay attention.
You're unbelievable. All this just 'cause I messed up one time? You're acting like I ruined your whole life.
You did ruin it. You cheated. You lied. You walked away from your family. And you're still squatting in my house. So unless you're here to hand me a rent check, get out.
I wouldn't have cheated if you hadn't pushed me away. You made me feel unwanted. You made me feel small. I wouldn't have even looked at anyone else if you had just treated me like a man.
Great, let's go there again. How about this? If you've got any evidence that our breakup was my fault, then you can submit it to the court and we'll see what the judge thinks. Deal? I'm fine with pitting my evidence against yours because I have plenty of your texts, your receipts, your activities. Your little 26-year-old receptionist, the one with the shoebox apartment across from your office. The one whose parents still send her money because her career can't even cover rent, that one.
How do you know all this? What are you, a stalker? You've been digging through my life like a psycho. You seriously need help. You're obsessed.
Please, I just have resources and a powerful ally who doesn't like what you did to me. Let's just say they have access to a lot more than you ever imagined. And we've only just begun, so go ahead, get comfy with your little receptionist. We've got a lot to talk about, so why don't you hurry up and get out of my house?
I don't have anywhere to go, Liana! You know I'm not on good terms with my family. You think I want to be homeless? Come on, have a little decency. You're seriously kicking me out like this?
I mean, you could move in with your girlfriend if she can squeeze you in next to her student loan debt and Hello Kitty bed sheets. Or you can go home to Mommy and Daddy. Oh wait, you burned that bridge too, didn't you? Maybe you should have thought about that before you torched your marriage.
I'm serious, Liana. What am I supposed to do? Sleep in my car?
Begging me for help now? Oh, Mark, how the mighty have crumbled. Good luck out there. Don't worry, my lawyer's next package comes with instructions. Walter, just wanted to say thank you again for everything. Court's going way smoother than I thought it would, and that's like 90% because of you.
I am honored to have played a small role, madam. Ensuring you receive justice is not merely a task, it is my duty and my pleasure.
Well, you're absolutely killing it. Seriously, I don't even know how you gathered half the stuff you found. That report on Mark and his little side project, immaculate. I didn't even know some of that myself.
A gentleman never reveals his sources, madam. But suffice it to say, certain people tend to leave rather obvious traits. That being said, I strongly recommend you spend as little of your time thinking about Mr. Mark as possible. He is not worth a fraction of your mental real estate.
Ugh, believe me, I'm trying. But some days, I swear, he texts me and I lose brain cells. Like, how does one man complain so much while contributing so little? But But anyway, thank you, Walter, really, for digging into all of that and handling everything with so much class.
I merely follow the examples set by your parents. And besides, you've always shown such strength and dignity, you deserve nothing less in return. On a more cheerful note, I picked up several varieties of diapers and infant formula earlier this afternoon. I made sure they were all highly rated with clean ingredient lists and optimal absorption reviews. You'll find them sorted in the nursery cabinet by brand, followed by type.
Walter, I swear you are not real. Like, who alphabetizes formula brands? How are you this organized? How do you make shopping sound like poetry? I leave you alone for one afternoon and you turn into Super Nanny meets Iron Chef.
Just doing what I can to ensure you and the young miss have everything you need. I must admit, infant nutrition is quite a fascinating field. I also took the liberty of arranging a humidifier in her room and set it to optimal nighttime comfort. The baby monitor has been synced to your phone and mine should you wish for a backup.
Walter, I don't even know what to say. You're like 1,000 people rolled into one amazing guy. Like, do you even sleep? Breathe? Do you run on tea and perfection?
I assure you, madam, I am simply a butler.
Yeah, well, don't be surprised if my daughter calls you Sir Walter before she says Dada.
This is your fault! I had to move back in with my parents like I'm 17 again! I hope you're happy!
Aw, poor Mark. Did Mommy make you sleep in the guest room with the floral sheets? That's adorable. But I had nothing to do with it, darling. You forgot how connected our families are. Your parents came to me to apologize. For you.
They what? Are you serious? My own parents? They didn't say a word to me about that!
They're good people, Mark. Unlike you. They're embarrassed. They said they're going to reform you. Good luck to them, honestly. So, are you all settled in? Are you enjoying your new accommodations?
Everything sucks! I have to do chores again, they're making me pay them rent, and don't even get me started on my brothers! My older brother won't stop sending me motivational podcasts and how to grow up articles, and my younger brother's been calling me Deadbeat Deluxe all day!
I mean, they're not wrong. If one of my siblings cheated on their pregnant spouse and got kicked out of their home, I'd be roasting them too. It's called consequences, Mark. Maybe you've heard of them.
You're seriously just sitting there laughing at my life falling apart? You get some kind of sick satisfaction out of this? You used to care! You used to be warm, loving! Look at you now, you're ice!
Oh no, Mark, I didn't stop caring. You just burned every last bridge I had with you. You betrayed me. You humiliated me. You walked out when I needed you most. So yeah, now I don't care what happens to you. You're nothing to me.
Unbelievable! You're enjoying this! You're sitting there gloating like you won!
I don't want to win. This isn't a game. I want justice, and I want to make sure you're punished for what you did. To me, and to her.
Don't drag her into this! You think she even knows what's going on? She's a baby! She'll forget everything! Just drop this already!
She may not understand now, but one day she will. And when she asks where you were, why you weren't there for her, I'll tell her the truth. That her father chose his ego over his family. that when she was born, he wasn't proud. He was gone.
Just stop, please. Just stop. Haven't you done enough to me already?
It's too late for stop, Mark. You made your choice. Now lie in the bed you don't own, in the house that isn't yours, with the guilt you can't scrub away. Morning, Mark. Heard you got reassigned. That's one way to avoid saying fired. Not a lot of details out yet, but sounds like someone decided you needed a change. Hope you're enjoying the mystery.
You just can't stop, can you? You're obsessed with ruining my life! You're seriously checking up on me now? Get over yourself!
Just keeping track of my investments. You still owe me alimony and child support, remember? No matter where they stick you next, that obligation doesn't go away.
I had a stable life, a good job, and I was working for family, so I got paid great to do almost nothing. And now they won't even tell me what I'm doing. They just said report Monday like I'm some intern.
Oh, I know. That's what makes this fun. You think your life is a mess now? Just wait.
Wait for what? What are you talking about? What did you do?
You'll find out soon. So, how is our dear Mark adjusting to Butler life? Has he mastered ironing napkins with military precision yet? Or is he still asking where the on switch is?
Madam, I regret to inform you that his transition has been less than graceful. If this is his version of trying, I fear the next few weeks will be nothing short of biblical.
Oh no, that bad? And here I thought you were a miracle worker. Has he broken anything yet? Or is it mostly emotional damage so far?
Mostly the latter, though I suspect a tray or two will follow shortly.
So, did you take him to the usual place?
I have indeed, madam. We've relocated to one of my family's secluded properties, deep in the woods. No distractions, no excuses. He was displeased, to say the least, when he realized there was no cell service.
You took away his phone? Walter, that's brutal. I love it. I hope you're writing all this down. This could be its own TV drama. Revenge by Etiquette.
An apt title, madam, and to be clear, this is not punishment, it is reformation. But yes, I've chosen a location where whining echoes off the trees. Quite the motivator. The first issue we must address is his language. It is crude, lazy, he refers to guests as dudes. A butler must speak with poise, with restraint, with absolute elegance, or risk humiliating their employer.
Dudes? Oh no, that's tragic. You're gonna have to scrub the frat boy out of him one word at a time. I don't envy you.
Once that is addressed, I will move on to his posture, gait, and general manner. He slouches, stomps, and sighs like a disgruntled teen, all of which must go. Only then will he be ready for proper butler training. Service rituals, protocol memorization, timing drills. It will be intensive, unforgiving, and utterly foreign to him.
Sounds like he's in for a long winter in the woods. I almost feel bad for him. Almost. Do you think you can actually get through to him?
I have reformed more difficult cases than Mr. Mark, though few were as stubborn. Still, I shall do all I can. The alternative is far less pleasant. Should he fail to meet the expectations I've laid before him, well, there are protocols. In such a case, we would need to consider other outcomes.
Okay, why did that sound vaguely threatening? Other outcomes? What does that even mean? Walter, please tell me you're not sending him to some even more secret disciplinary facility.
There's no need for concern, madam. Let us hope Mr. Mark cooperates and such alternatives remain hypothetical.
You're terrifying. You know that, right? Like, respectful and polite and somehow 10 times scarier than any lawyer I've ever met.
On that note, I must begin his morning drills, which means, regrettably, I will be unavailable to assist with the baby today. Please accept my apologies.
It's okay, Walter, really. You've done more than enough already. I can't keep depending on you forever. I've got this. I want to get used to doing this on my own anyway.
Your understanding means more than I can express. And for what it's worth, madam, I've rarely seen a child so blessed in her choice of mother. Madam, I regret to inform you there has been an emergency. Mr. Mark has escaped. He was under 24-hour surveillance, locked, secured, and constantly monitored. I left for precisely 5 minutes to use the restroom. When I returned, a rear window had been shattered.
You're kidding. Please tell me you're kidding. How does someone escape a Butler training facility in the middle of the woods?
We're all asking ourselves the same question. Every other trainee is currently searching the surrounding area. The grounds are extensive, but if he's truly left the perimeter, we may be in for some trouble. I must urge you, madam, do not leave your house, not for any reason. Mr. Mark is under extreme duress. I do not know what he is capable of. Please be cautious.
Understood. I'll stay inside and make sure the doors are locked. I'll also contact his parents and let them know what's going on. They deserve to be warned.
Madam, I am deeply sorry. I take full responsibility for this failure. I should never have left him unguarded.
It's okay, Walter. Really. You're human. You did your best. If I hear anything, I'll tell you right away.
You have my gratitude. I will continue searching until he is found. Madam, how are you holding up? I just left the police station. The report has been filed. Charges are in place. They won't release him anytime soon.
I just finished with them too. They just left the house. Walter, are you okay? You were incredible, but you looked so serious when they cuffed him.
I'm fine, madam. A little scuffed, but nothing of concern. My greater concern is for you. I cannot apologize enough. I failed you. I allowed him to escape. I endangered your life.
Stop. This wasn't your fault. No one could have predicted he'd break into the house. And with a knife? I don't even want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here.
I headed here the moment we confirmed he was outside the perimeter. I feared exactly this, that in his desperation he'd do something irrational.
Well, you didn't just show up. You headed him off like some secret agent. I swear, Walter, I've never seen anyone move like that. It was like watching an action movie in my living room. Who are you, really? Don't just say a butler. Butlers don't punch knives out of people's hands mid-swing.
Madam, I assure you, the art of service requires certain skills. It's best to be prepared for anything, but if I may, I fear I may have driven him to this madness. I pushed him hard, perhaps too hard. This morning I made him balance on one foot while reciting, "I am a vile, cheating, subhuman monster, and I must reform," repeatedly. His pride could not withstand the ritual. It shattered him.
That actually explains a lot. When he burst in, Walter, he wasn't Mark. He looked deranged, eyes wild, breathing like a beast. I barely recognized him.
I failed to reform him, but I'm relieved the law intervened. Now he'll be where he belongs. And you will be safe.
It's strange, Walter. This almost feels too clean, like everything fell right into place. I keep thinking, did you plan for this all along?
Madam, no! I never planned for him to escape. I never intended for him to reach this level of volatility. And I will carry the weight of that oversight for a very long time. But I swear to you, on my name, on my honor, I will never allow harm to come to you again.
Thank you, Walter, for saving me, for giving me peace. I haven't felt this safe in years. Mark was convicted without much fanfare. Assault with a deadly weapon, attempted break-in, violation of protective orders. The list was long enough that even the judge looked tired. His own family didn't show up for the trial. No bail, no help with legal fees, nothing. They told me afterward they were done with him, and honestly, so am I. Even as the cell bars closed, he was still shouting that I was the one in the wrong, that I ruined everything. But once he gets out, the truth will be waiting, so will the alimony, and the child support, and every single consequence he worked so hard to earn. Really though, what's the story with Walter? The fact that he has skills straight out of a kung fu movie aside, how does a single childless man in his 50s know so much about kids? My daughter loves him to death. I can always see a smile on her face whenever Walter walks into the room. Sometimes I wonder who he really is. But even if I try to find out, I know I'd never get a single answer. He's just a perfect gentleman. I seriously cannot believe this is actually happening today! You are marrying my brother? This is a joke, right? Like, someone's gonna pop out and yell, "Just kidding!" any second now? Good morning, Maddie. Yes, it's really happening. We're getting married at 4 o'clock. You should be dressed and seated by 3:45. Ugh, you are so smug! I don't get it. Why would he choose you? You're just so weird. I mean, have you even seen yourself? I have. Every day. In the mirror, in windows, in passing glances. I'm well aware of what I look like, Maddie. And he loves me anyway. Or maybe because of it. Ew, that is so gross. He could have had anyone. Someone pretty. Someone normal. Instead, he chose the girl with the melted face. I see we're going straight for cruelty this morning, all right? I have a burn, Maddie. I got it when I was a child. There was a fire, and I was trapped. I was 6. I still have the scars, and I still have the bravery that got me out of that house. Boo-hoo! What, you want me to cry for you? You think that's some sad little tragic story that makes you deep or whatever? He's going to have to wake up next to that for the rest of his life! And he's happy to. In fact, he says I'm the strongest person he knows. What have you done lately, Maddie, aside from throw fits and embarrass yourself in group chats? You think you're better than me? Just because you got burned doesn't mean you're some hero. You're gonna ruin everything! Everything! Maddie, I'm marrying your brother, not stealing your dollhouse. Calm down. Oh my God! You're so mean! I swear, if you two have kids, you're gonna give them the same scar, and they're gonna get bullied all the way through school! And you know what? I might even make fun of them myself, and it'll be all your fault for being ugly! Did you just threaten to mock your future niece or nephew? That's beyond childish, Maddie. That's disturbing. And for the record, scars acquired in life don't get passed on to children. Did you sleep through biology class or something? Maybe take a breath before you text things that could get you institutionalized. I'm just saying, they deserve better genes. They don't need some crispy-faced freak for a mom. You're gonna curse our family bloodline forever. I wasn't aware kindness and intelligence were curses, but I suppose in your world, anything that isn't designer or surgically enhanced must be. You're just jealous because I'm pretty and young and perfect. You're old and ugly and weird, and your face looks like melted candle wax. And yet somehow your brother still chose me. Imagine that. That's because he pities you. You guilt-tripped him into this. You made him feel sorry for you. There's no way he actually loves someone who looks like you. He does, and I love him, and I pity you. You're 19, grown enough to drive a car, vote, and build a future, and here you are throwing tantrums like a toddler in a tiara. Shut up! You are not taking him from me. He was mine first. We used to hang out all the time. We had sibling days. We played video games and watched movies, and he told me everything. And now he barely answers my texts. That's what happens when people grow up, Maddie. They form new bonds. They build families. They move on. He still loves you. You're still his sister. That doesn't change. But he's allowed to love someone else too. Someone who isn't you. You're turning him against me. He's gonna forget all about me, and then I'll be all alone. You won't be, but even if you were, maybe that space would give you a chance to grow into someone he's proud of, because right now, you're not making it easy. You're the worst thing that ever happened to our family! I swear I'm gonna break this stupid wedding apart somehow! I don't care if I have to crash it in a T-Rex costume, I'll do it! Then I hope you stretch first. It's a long aisle. I'll see you at 4, Maddie. Do bring tissues. You're going to cry.
Miss Joanne, forgive the intrusion, but I wish to assure you all is proceeding precisely on schedule. The orchestra is rehearsing quietly on the back terrace, the flower arrangements have passed my inspection, and the catering staff is currently polishing the silverware as if their futures depended on it. For good reason, may I add.
Jonas, I don't even have words. You've thought of everything, haven't you? Honestly, I don't think I've felt this calm all week, and it's all because of you.
Your peace of mind is, as ever, my highest priority. But, if I may say so without presumption, it feels strange today. A closing chapter of sorts, and my role, once central, soon to be only fond memory.
Don't say that. You've been more than just a butler to me, Jonas. You've been family. A steady hand, a sharp tongue, a much-needed presence in a very chaotic house. Please don't make me cry before I even make it to the aisle.
Forgive me, that was never my intention, only reflection tends to catch one off guard on days like this. I was just recalling the time you attempted to knit a scarf for your father, but succeeded only in producing a 6-foot loop better suited to restraining unruly dogs.
You swore you'd never bring that up again. It looks so easy in the video, and it's not like you tried to stop me.
I considered it a character-building opportunity. Besides, the housekeeper still uses it to secure the garden tools to this day.
I knew I recognized that thing last time I was in the shed. And what about your brilliant idea to hide the birthday cake in the grand piano? For dramatic effect, you said. We had guests pulling buttercream from the strings for a week.
A miscalculation in spatial logistics, but no one could argue the moment lacked flair. Miss, there have been so many days like that. Glorious, ridiculous, cherished days. It has been an honor, a delight. And now as you become a wife, I suppose I must find contentment in having played my part.
You'll always have a part, Jonas. Nothing's going to change how I feel about you. You're not losing me. You're just stepping out of the spotlight for a bit. Although, actually, I may have one final mission for you.
You have but to name it. If it requires silk gloves or brass knuckles, I shall equip myself accordingly.
Well, it's closer to the latter of those two, actually. I need you to keep an eye on Maddie. She's been unhinged lately, more than usual. I don't know what she's planning, but I know that look, and it spells trouble.
Ah, yes, Miss Maddie. A whirlwind of entitlement wrapped in chiffon. Just this morning I found her in the East Conservatory arguing with a ficus. Something about, how dare you look better in green than I do?
That sounds about right. I swear, she's only gotten worse since we announced the engagement. She cornered me in the bridal suite yesterday and asked if I planned on naming our first child Scarlet because apparently it would be so fitting.
A master stroke of subtlety, as always. Fear not, I shall make it my personal crusade to ensure she causes no disruption. I've already stationed the head footman outside the reception hall with explicit instructions. If Maddie shows up in white, he is to accidentally drop a tray of elderberry punch.
That's diabolical. I love it. And Jonas, thank you, truly, for all of it. I don't know what today will bring, but I already know it'll be better with you in my corner.
Then consider me positioned, corner secured, tea brewed, crisis deflected. I'll ensure this day belongs to you, not to tantrums, dramatics, or sequined sabotage.
I'm going to go finish getting dressed now. Try not to physically restrain Maddie unless absolutely necessary.
No promises, miss, but I shall attempt diplomacy until the last possible moment. Now let the games begin!
Hey, crispy bride. What's the matter? Got the pre-wedding jitters yet? Or are you just too busy powdering over your little accident?
Good morning, Maddie. As much as I'd love to indulge your strange obsession with my face, I'm a bit busy preparing to marry your brother.
Ew! Still can't believe he's going through with it. I mean, come on. There were like at least 7 better options at the rehearsal dinner alone. You're the emotional equivalent of a soggy toast.
If he wanted toast, Maddie, I'm sure he'd find something dry and bland enough in your personality. Now, I really do have to get dressed. Goodbye.
Oh, no. Don't run off just yet. You're gonna want to head to your dressing room immediately. Like right now. There's a big surprise waiting for you.
A surprise? Maddie, if you're standing there with a glitter bomb and a TikTok livestream.
Oh, honey, I'm not that immature. I brought something way sharper than glitter, like a box cutter.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I took one long look at that hideous wedding dress you were fawning over and decided it needed a makeover. So I gave it one. I slashed that overpriced rag to pieces. It was beautiful, almost poetic.
You're lying.
I'm standing in the room right now. I can literally see the pieces on the floor. Shredded lace, torn tulle, sad little sparkly bits. The dream is dead. So unless you plan on walking down the aisle in a bath towel, I suggest you cancel this disaster before it begins.
Maddie, if you actually... No, you wouldn't. You're not that insane.
Aren't I? You've pushed me, Joanne. You burned your way into my brother's life, and you're about to burn this whole family's reputation. I just helped the process along.
You're deranged. I'm going to the dressing room right now. If anything's happened to that dress...
Don't bother. There's nothing left to see. It's just threads and tears and crushed bridal dreams. You won't be marrying anybody today.
I'm in my dressing room now, and Maddie, my dress is perfectly fine.
What?
It's here, on the rack. Cream satin, embroidered lace, buttons down the back, untouched, pristine.
No! That's impossible! I slashed it myself! I watched it fall apart! You're lying! You're just saying that to make me look stupid!
Maddie, I don't have to make you look stupid. You're doing an exceptional job all on your own. Again, I'm literally standing in the room. My dress is fine.
No way! I'm in room 108, the dressing room by the front entrance. It had your name on the door. The dress was hanging right in the center with this stupid floral veil and that weird pink ribbon.
Maddie, I'm in room 167. My dressing room is on the other side of the venue. It's been reserved under my name since last month. Where exactly are you standing right now?
I told you room 108, right next to the welcome lounge. It said Joanne on the door. There was a clipboard and everything.
Maddie, I think you vandalized someone else's dressing room, and probably someone else's dress. Do you even know who was using that room today?
Wait. That can't be right. I double-checked the sign. It had your name. I even peeked inside last night to make sure it was the right dress.
Did it not occur to you that maybe, just maybe, someone replaced that clipboard? Or that a certain someone might have been led into a trap?
What are you talking about? This was your dress, I swear! There's no way I just destroyed some random dress!
Well, maybe check your texts. You might want to see who's reaching out right about now. Might be someone very interested in their shredded gown.
Hang on. I just got a message from some number I don't recognize. Let me deal with this. Who is this? I don't have this number in my contacts. You've got 10 seconds to tell me who you are before I block you.
Good afternoon, Miss Maddie. My name is Jonas. I serve Miss Joanne in several capacities, formally as her butler, informally as the guardian of her peace. And today, it appears I've been cast as your adversary.
What? Are you joking right now? Adversary? I don't even know you. My problem is with Joanne, not with some random servant.
And yet here we are. If you seek to wound Miss Joanne, then your quarrel becomes mine. She is my charge, and as of today, you are my assignment.
Wow, okay, so the maid wants to play soldier. How cute. Listen, Jonas, or whatever your name is, go iron some socks and stay out of this.
I would if I believed you capable of behaving like a rational adult. Sadly, your morning activities suggest otherwise. Tell me, would you like to know why your grand plan went, shall we say, off-stitch?
Off-stitch? What are you? Wait! Did you set up that room?
Quite so. I noticed your entrance from the veranda. Brisk pace, suspicious object tucked beneath your blazer, whispering to yourself like a Bond villain in a high school play. I merely redirected you to a decoy room.
I don't believe this. You're telling me you set me up to destroy the wrong dress?
I did not set you up, Miss Maddie. I merely created an opportunity. You took the knife and ran. A more prudent woman might have stopped to verify what she was about to desecrate.
You swapped the signs? The clipboard? The nameplate? You made it look just like hers.
Thank you. I do pride myself on the details. Authentic monogram, matching cardstock, even copied her assistant's handwriting. You should see me during Christmas. My gift tags are legendary.
I am going to scream. I thought I destroyed her dress. I was standing in the room with her name on the door. There was a gown hanging right in the center.
And what a shame it was. That gown was on loan from the venue, a custom piece used exclusively for elite clientele photo sessions. Hand-stitched by Massimo Fiorentini himself.
Who the heck is that?
He designed the gown worn by the Crown Princess of Luxembourg. He also refuses to take commissions under $10,000.
You're lying. You're trying to scare me.
The valuation papers are on file at the front office. The shredded remnants, however, are now evidence. Expect an invoice.
$10,000? For some lacy blob that looks like it belongs on a bridal Barbie? That's robbery! That's...
Consequences, Miss Maddie, the result of your own actions. And sadly, not one you can undo with crocodile tears or a phone call to Daddy.
My parents will pay it. They have to. They always clean up my messes. This'll be no different.
You say that with such certainty. Tell me, how many times do you think they'll do it before the checkbook closes? Before they realize their daughter is a liability rather than an asset?
Watch your mouth, Butler. You may think you're clever, but you have no idea what I'm willing to do to protect my brother. I'm not scared of you, or Joanne, or that stupid wedding.
No, I believe you're only scared of being irrelevant, which, judging by your behavior today, is already well underway.
You're going to regret messing with me. I could ruin you.
I've scrubbed blood from the ballroom tiles, survived first day of school meltdowns, and personally escorted a drunk ambassador out of the hedge maze nude. You are not even in my top 5 threats.
Unbelievable! You actually sent your wrinkly little butler to stalk me? Is that how scared you are, Joanne? You really thought you needed a babysitter just to keep me from stealing the spotlight?
I wouldn't call it fear, more like a precaution. You did come at me with a box cutter, Maddie. This isn't middle school. There are actual consequences here.
You knew! You knew what I was going to do, and instead of saying something like a normal human being, you let that stiff old weirdo manipulate me. He tricked me. He humiliated me.
Honestly, I figured he'd be involved. Jonas doesn't exactly let chaos walk around unchecked. You're not the first meltdown he's managed, Maddie, but you might be the most theatrical.
You're acting like I'm some kind of villain. You're the one stealing my brother. You're the one ruining everything. And now you've got your glorified manservant sending me invoices and lectures like I owe him something.
You owe the venue something, actually. Roughly $10,000 worth of ruined satin. Jonas just happens to be the one smart enough to make sure you got caught.
Well, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not finished. You think that dress was the end of it? I will ruin this wedding, Joanne. One way or another, you are not marrying my brother today.
You're exhausting, Maddie. And not in the fun, energetic way. I've got 20 minutes to get my makeup touched up, so let's make this quick. What exactly do you think you're going to do now? Set off the fire alarm, tackle the officiant, scream during the vows?
I'll do all three if I have to. I'll tell everyone what a horrible person you are. I'll make them hate you. I'll make him hate you. I'm not afraid of Jonas. He's just some old guy with a clipboard.
Maddie, you're throwing a tantrum in a group chat while I'm sipping champagne and being fitted into a handcrafted silk gown. That should tell you everything. And if you think Jonas is just some butler, then you truly haven't been paying attention.
Shut up! I'm not scared of your stupid snarky texts and your fancy words. Jonas can try to stop me all he wants. You both can try, but I'll still win.
Win what exactly? There's no prize for being loudest at someone else's wedding, Maddie. There's just shame and bad lighting. By all means, show up. Throw your tantrum. Let Jonas carry you out like a sack of flour in front of 200 guests.
You are such a witch! You think you've got everything under control, but I swear this isn't over. Not by a long shot.
That's fine. You keep playing checkers, Maddie. Jonas and I, we're playing chess. Jonas, can I ask you something and get a completely honest answer?
Always, Miss Joanne.
That dress Maddie destroyed. Are we in trouble for that? Like, real trouble? I know it wasn't mine, but it was a real designer dress, and we knowingly baited her with it. That has to be some kind of ethical gray zone, right?
Technically, it falls under passive redirection of malicious intent, at least in my personal playbook. But no, legally, morally, and practically, we are not in trouble. The dress was never part of the venue's active rental collection. It was considered too extravagant.
Too extravagant? This is a place that has gold leaf napkin rings.
Exactly. The gown was more of an art piece, displayed occasionally, admired often, but never rented. They even call it the eternal mockery. A bit dramatic, but fitting.
That doesn't make me feel better, Jonas. It still sounds like Maddie destroyed something irreplaceable.
On the contrary, highly replaceable. I spoke with Fiorentini this morning. He still has the original sketches. He said he could recreate it within a few months, and I've already arranged for Maddie to fund the entire process.
You just called him? Like it's completely normal to ring up world-renowned designers on a whim?
I once helped him remove red wine from a white silk runway piece with a cucumber and a prayer. We bonded. He owes me a favor. This will be it.
Okay, Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. But let's be honest, Jonas, you and I both know Maddie won't be paying for any of this. Her parents will step in like they always do.
That's true, which is why I've instructed Fiorentini to charge by the hour, not just by the garment. I also added an emergency replacement premium, a custom reconstruction tax, and a 12% bride preservation gratuity.
You made up an entire pricing system just to make it hurt more.
I find when consequences come with fine print, they're harder to dodge.
Jonas, remind me never to cross you.
That would be wise, Miss Joanne. Very wise indeed.
Well. Guess you just got a nice little taste of revenge. I hope you weren't planning on going anywhere today because your car's not moving anywhere on 4/tires.
Good day to you as well, Miss Maddie. I trust your lunch was satisfying, although your activities appear to have been far more destructive than digestible. I'm afraid I haven't the slightest clue what you're talking about.
Don't even try to bluff. I saw you get out of that car, that slick black one parked near the fountain. You even looked around like you were checking your little kingdom. 4 beautiful, clean cuts across each tire. Hope you enjoyed feeling superior because you'll be waiting for a tow truck in your tux.
Ah, yes, I remember that vehicle. A fine piece of engineering, but unfortunately not mine. I didn't drive here today.
What? You're lying. I saw you. You were fixing your sleeves and looking smug and talking to that valet guy.
Indeed, I parked that car myself, but it doesn't belong to me. Your brother handed me the keys this morning, asked if I could move it to the edge of the lot so it wouldn't be scratched. Quite thoughtful of him. First day out with it, after all.
Wait, no, that's not his car. My brother drives a silver sedan. He's had it for years.
Not anymore. He traded it in 3 days ago. Today's the first time he brought the new one out in public. It still has the temporary plates.
You're lying. You are lying to me right now just to mess with me. Say you're lying. Say it.
I'm afraid I cannot accommodate that request. If I did, you might not realize what's waiting for you once he finds out. 4 tires, brand new car, black, sleek, very expensive.
I thought it was yours. I thought he was getting even. How was I supposed to know he got a new car?
One might suggest not slashing any tires at all, just a thought. Or perhaps confirming your target before committing vandalism in broad daylight.
You are a monster! A freakish little chess master monster! You set me up again! I'm gonna ruin you for this! I'm going to make you pay!
Jonas! Tell me I didn't just hear that correctly. Did you seriously, actually use my fiancé's brand new car as bait?
Good evening, Miss Joanne. Yes, I did. Quite successfully, I might add. Though I must confess I underestimated how quickly Maddie would resort to tire-related violence.
Oh my god, I leave you alone for half an hour and you turn the parking lot into a psychological experiment? He just picked up that car. It's got like 40 miles on it. He was babying it like it was a newborn.
Quite right, which is why I was meticulous in my approach. I asked his permission beforehand, full disclosure, and he was remarkably enthusiastic once I offered to loan him the matte black Lamborghini while the damage is assessed.
Wait, you offered him one of the Lamborghinis? Like it's some kind of consolation prize?
Well, it seemed fair. The poor man had to hand over his keys to his future butler-in-law. Besides, he looked rather dashing behind the wheel when he took it for a spin.
Oh my god, I can't even be mad. You set a trap using my future husband's luxury vehicle and sweet-talked him into using an even more expensive car. You're like some sort of high society Batman.
If Batman wore cufflinks and arranged centerpieces, I do try to serve with both efficiency and flair.
Jonas, I swear, you've protected me from stalkers, exes, scandal-hungry tabloids, but this wedding, this has brought out your final form.
Miss Maddie has proven a uniquely tenacious adversary. It called for elevated tactics.
And now her bill includes a destroyed luxury dress and damage to a custom-tuned performance vehicle. What's the total so far?
Just north of $21,000 and climbing. The paint alone will be a costly fix. Your fiancé insists it only be done by the original custom shop.
Of course he does. I'm marrying a perfectionist with a vendetta for clear coats.
You chose well.
You're unbelievable, but also, thank you. I really do feel like you've built a fortress around me today.
It has been my honor, and don't worry, I won't let her breach the gates. But I can't promise the venue itself will survive unscathed.
Jonas, just try not to destroy the building, please.
Understood. Structural integrity will be maintained. Maddie's ego, however, may not fare as well.
Hey there, Maddie. Are you feeling any better?
What do you want? Did you come to gloat? Are you gonna text me a picture of you smiling in your stupid wedding dress while I'm lying in a hospital bed like a tragic villain?
Maddie, no. I'm actually texting because I wanted to see how you were feeling.
Oh, sure. Right. You're just so sweet and concerned all of a sudden. You're probably having cake right now while everyone's laughing about how I fell like an idiot.
I'm not laughing. I'm honestly still shaken. You tried to burn down the venue, Maddie. What were you even thinking?
I was thinking it was my only option. Do you even know how hard I tried to stop that wedding? I did everything. The dress, the tires, the drama. Nothing worked. But yeah, I poured gasoline on the wall. I was gonna stop it all.
You were going to commit arson. You could have killed people. Jonas said if you'd actually managed to light that wall, the whole place would have gone up in minutes.
Good! That was the idea. I just wanted one win, Joanne. One!
Maddie, you slipped on a banana peel. You landed on top of your own lighter. You burned your own face.
He planned that. He knew I was coming. Who even carries banana peels? Who is he? Some kind of magic goblin? I fell so hard, and then I smelled burning skin. My face is ruined.
Maddie.
Do you even understand what this means? I was beautiful. I had flawless skin. I was the pretty one. And now I look like a monster. And it's your fault and his.
Maddie, no one did this to you. You did this. You made every single choice, and now there are consequences.
And the worst part? I'm stuck with the bill for everything! Do you know what that stupid dress cost? Over $10,000! That's like a car! A used car!
That wasn't even the worst of it. The car you slashed, that was your brother's brand new ride. Custom paint, imported parts, insurance nightmare.
I know! In the venue, they just sent me the invoice. Do you want to guess the total? Huh? Want to take a wild little guess?
I'm afraid to.
$23,000! $23,000! And that doesn't even include what that stuck-up designer is charging to remake that stupid peacock wedding dress I shredded. I can't pay that. I've never had a job. I don't even know how to have a job. I don't do work.
Maddie, you're over 18. You're not in school. You should already have a job. You've just never had to face consequences until now.
Well, I hate it. My parents said, you made this mess, you clean it up. They're refusing to help me. They cut off my cards. My cards, Joanne! What am I supposed to do now? Get a name tag into Punch Clock?
That might not be the worst thing in the world. Welcome to adulthood, Maddie. You're going to be on the line for every dollar of this one.
This is the worst day of my life! Worse than the time I got my phone confiscated for a week. Worse than the time Daddy made me apologize to that teacher. At least back then I still had my face. Now I've got this giant, hideous burn that's never going to go away. I'm just as disfigured as you used to be. Are you happy now?
Maddie, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Go check my Instagram.
What? Why? What does that have to do with anything? Wait, what? Your scar is gone! It's actually gone? Like, magically gone?
It's not magic. Jonas referred me to a specialist in Geneva. He's one of the best in the world. I kept the scar for years as a reminder of what I overcame, but I realized some people will never see past it. I was ready to move forward, so I did.
You have to give me his number! Please, I'll do anything. I can't stay like this. I look like a baked potato.
I'll give you his information, under one condition.
Miss Joanne, may I be among the first to say that you looked absolutely stunning today. There was a moment just before the ceremony began where every person in the room turned toward you and it felt like time stopped. You were, in a word, breathtaking.
Jonas, that means the world, truly. I don't think I could have made it through this day without you. Actually, I know I couldn't have. You did so much. You always do.
It was my honor and my responsibility, though I will admit this wedding required far more strategic foresight than most international peace talks.
That's putting it mildly. Between the dress sabotage, the tire slashing, and the attempted arson, you've basically diffused a war. I still don't know how you kept your cool through all of it.
You were the calm at the center of the storm. I simply followed your example.
Jonas, are you really sure about the thing with Maddie? You don't have to tell me everything, just, are you sure?
I've given it a great deal of thought. If she succeeds, well, then the world will be a brighter place for it. And if not, she'll remain precisely where she is now, except perhaps a bit more humbled.
I'm still not sure how she can be humbled, but I guess we'll find out. Either way, good luck. I mean it. You've earned a vacation. Or 3.
Nonsense, madam. Being in your service has been nothing but a pleasure. A day working for you is better to me than 1,000 nights in a tropical paradise. Now, today is, sadly, the final day that I'll officially be in your service. If you require anything else of me, Miss Joanne, one last task, one final favor, you need only ask. I'll be there, as I always have.
Thank you. You're the only person I've ever trusted with everything. But this next part, I don't think you can help with it.
Ah, say no more. I understand perfectly. I shall take my leave then, quietly, discreetly, as always. And I shall carry the memories of this day with pride.
Jonas, thank you for all of it. Every ridiculous, chaotic, beautiful moment. You've done more for me than I could ever repay.
It was never about repayment. It was about protecting someone who deserved far better than the world gave her, and watching her take back that world in heels and lace. Goodbye, Miss Joanne. It has been the honor of my life to serve you.
The deal was simple. Maddie had to complete full maid training, under Jonas no less, and he'd not only introduce her to the surgeon, but cover the entire cost of the operation. Her training is currently underway, and it's going about as well as you'd expect. She broke a priceless tea set on day 1, poured boiling water into a flower vase on day 2, nearly ironed the monogram off a silk napkin by day 3. Last week, she tried to sweep a rug with a hairbrush. Jonas hasn't raised his voice once, but he's had to pause more than a few times to pinch the bridge of his nose. She cries herself to sleep every night, but still, she refuses to quit, because the alternative is working part-time at a supermarket to pay off her debt. And Maddie would rather polish silverware for 10 hours than wear a name tag and clock in. As for me, I'm enjoying married life. My husband still can't believe any of it actually happened. Sometimes I can't either. But when I see him asleep on the couch with our dog curled up on his chest, I remember why we fought so hard for this, and why it was worth it.
Hi, big sis! Sorry for ghosting all week. The spa was crazy strict. No phones allowed in the mineral cave. Can you believe? Anyway, just wanted to say thank you for watching my little bean while I was gone. You're seriously a lifesaver. I always knew I could count on you. You've always been the best.
Leah, what are you talking about? Watching your what, exactly? You didn't text me, you didn't call, you didn't ask me for anything. I haven't heard from you in months.
Oh, Maggie, there you go again. Always making those silly jokes of yours. You and your dry sense of humor. It never quits. Like, seriously, who else was I supposed to ask? My parents are gone, my friends are useless, and you are basically family. You love babies. Plus, you don't have any of your own, so this was kind of perfect, right? And you're so responsible and, like, super put together. I knew you'd be amazing at it.
First of all, stop calling me big sis. We are not family anymore. Your brother and I are divorced. Second, what the hell are you talking about? What baby?
Wow, okay, you're really committing to this bit, huh? Fine, I'll play along. Yes, your adorable little niece, the one I left with you last week. Ring any bells? I thought you'd appreciate the bonding time. I mean, let's be real. With your situation and all, it's probably been a while since you've held a baby. And I didn't want to burden you by asking, so I figured it'd be easier if I just, made it happen. I left everything she needed. A note, wipes, diapers. It was totally chill.
You left your infant daughter on the doorstep of your ex-sister-in-law without telling a soul? A woman you haven't spoken to in months? Do you not remember why we got divorced? Because of the very thing you're throwing in my face right now!
Oh, that. I mean, I didn't think it was like a huge deal. You two always made it sound more dramatic than it needed to be. Like, oh no, we can't have a baby. What are we gonna do? I don't know, go see a movie or something? Anyway, look, I couldn't bring a baby to a spa resort. They would have kicked me out, and you were literally my only option. It was just a few days. She was fine. Probably.
Leah, listen to me. I haven't lived there in months. My whole family moved to the UK 2 months ago.
Wait, what? You moved? Since when? Wait. If you didn't get her, then where is she? Who has her? I left her with a blankie. I even gave her her favorite rattle. I told her to be good for Auntie Maggie. Oh my God, tell me you're kidding. Please tell me you got her. Please.
I'm not kidding, Leah. I haven't stepped foot near that house in months, and now I'm terrified of what might have happened. Because if someone didn't find her, then I have no idea what comes next.
Oh my God. This is bad. Really bad. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Orwell, I just heard from Leah. The baby you found crying on the doorstep, that was hers. She left her infant outside the estate so she could enjoy a week-long spa retreat and only bothered to text me after she got back. No permission, no warning, just dumped her baby on the ground like she was leaving a package.
A chilling level of indifference. Even stray cats have the decency to hide their kittens in a bush.
I'm flying back early. Make sure the house is ready, and if Leah turns up before I arrive, keep her distracted and far from anything valuable.
Consider it done. The nursery has already been restored to order, and the child has been properly cared for. No thanks to her mother. The baby was cold, madam. Her cheeks were flushed from the wind, and she was dressed in a onesie thin enough to pass for tissue paper. I cannot comprehend what manner of person thinks that is acceptable.
Leah does. That's the kind of person she is. She told me without hesitation that she figured I'd be fine with it because I don't have children of my own. As if my inability to have a child with her brother makes me the perfect dumping ground for someone else's child.
An absolutely vile rationale, even by Miss Leah's standards, and one that suggests she sees your pain not with empathy, but opportunity. Forgive me for speaking so plainly, but her behavior is not only irresponsible, it is revolting. No mother with a conscience leaves her infant without confirming who will care for her. That is not oversight, that is abandonment.
You don't have to be polite about it, Orwell. She abandoned her daughter. And then laughed it off like it was nothing. Said she was sure I enjoyed the bonding time. I've tolerated a lot from that girl, but this crossed a line.
The household was shocked. Miss Renfield dropped the breakfast tray when she realized the child had been unattended. And even Mr. Thistle, the gardener, offered to assist. In the decades I've served this family, I have seen many displays of selfishness, but this may be the first time I felt genuine contempt. And yet, I suspect Miss Leah will arrive with a pout, a dramatic sigh, and a story spun entirely in her favor.
Oh, of course. She'll play the victim, say she had no choice, that no one offered to help, and people always let her get away with it. Always. But not anymore. I'm done making excuses for her.
Her lack of accountability has been coddled for far too long. The time for indulgence has passed, and I will do everything in my power to support whatever actions you choose to take. The nursery is stocked, the guest room prepared, and calming teas have been blended by Miss Beach herself. Should Miss Leah arrive ahead of you, I shall keep her occupied, away from the nursery and well away from the staff.
Thank you, Orwell. I knew I could count on you. Honestly, I needed to say this out loud. I needed someone else to say it too. That this isn't normal. That I'm not overreacting.
You are not overreacting. You are responding with the clarity and force that this moment demands.
Then let's make sure this time she hears it. Loud and clear.
Maggie, answer your phone! Where's my baby? I just got to the house and there's some man answering the door. He said you're not even home. What is going on? Who is he? Why isn't she here waiting for me?
That man is Orwell. He's the butler. He's the reason your daughter wasn't taken by a stranger, or worse. He found her screaming on the front step, alone, no note with a phone number, not even a bottle. You left her like you were returning a pair of shoes.
Oh my god, you're seriously doing this right now? What was I supposed to do? Bring her to the spa? I didn't have options. I needed that break. I thought you'd be responsible for once.
Excuse me? You didn't even ask. You didn't even tell me. You just assumed. Leah, I live in another country. I've lived in the UK for months. You knew that. You just didn't care.
This is unbelievable. I leave her with you for 1 week and suddenly some stranger is holding her? What if he's dangerous? This is my child. You had no right.
I had no right? You abandoned a baby on a doorstep and vanished into a facial treatment. You didn't even check to make sure I was home. You didn't even make a phone call. Orwell isn't a stranger. He's been with my family longer than you've been out of high school. He knows more about child safety than you ever will.
This is insane. This isn't what I wanted. I thought she'd be safe with you.
Well, she wasn't, because I wasn't there. And it's pure luck that Orwell was. I've given him your number. He'll explain everything you didn't care enough to ask before disappearing. He'll be contacting you shortly. Talk to him. Don't talk to me. I'm in the middle of much more important business.
Good evening, Miss Leah.
Who even are you? Why are you texting me? I want my baby back! Now!
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Orwell, butler to the Fairchild estate and current caretaker of the child you so carelessly abandoned. I was given your number by Madam Maggie, who asked that I convey the relevant details to you directly.
Kidnapping isn't caretaking, you creep! I didn't ask you to babysit. Where is she? What did you do to her?
The infant is unharmed, healthy in fact, despite being left in the elements for a considerable stretch of time with no identification, sustenance, or supervision. It is fortunate I opened the door when I did. Had it been an hour later, well, let us not dwell.
You're so dramatic! She was fine! I wrapped her in a blanket! This is ridiculous! You're making me sound like some monster!
Miss Leah, I am merely reporting facts, which, I might add, have also been reported to the appropriate authorities. Should you feel inclined to contact the police, you are of course welcome to do so, but I must warn you, they will not be arresting me, they will be arresting you!
What? You can't be serious! I'm the mother! I'm the one who's been wronged here! This is like harassment or something! Is this how rich people treat everyone who isn't royalty? By calling the cops when someone makes one mistake?
My dear Miss Leah, this is not about wealth. It is about decency, responsibility, humanity. 3 things you have failed to demonstrate in any measurable capacity.
Are you insulting me right now? What even are you? Some weird Batman wannabe?
If I may, I believe the person you're referring to is Alfred, Bruce Wayne's butler, but I digress. If I am insulting you, I assure you it is by accident, but I won't deny the resemblance has been noted. I have merely pointed out that you left your child in peril, and that such conduct is, by definition, criminal.
I left her with a relative, and I came back for her. That's not a crime. Maggie and I are basically sisters. She was fine.
You left your infant daughter on a doorstep, without notice, without certainty of who, if anyone, would find her. And you did so in front of a home no longer occupied by the person you claim was responsible. That is not delegation, that is abandonment. And to compound the matter, you chose, of all people, to burden Maggie, a woman who, as you well know, cannot have children of her own. Your thoughtlessness was as cruel as it was dangerous.
Oh my god, you people are unbelievable! Just give me my baby and stop acting like I'm some kind of villain! You think you're so perfect!
I do not consider myself perfect, Miss Leah, but I do consider myself responsible. And I assure you, I will do everything within my legal and ethical power to see that you are held accountable for what you've done. That child deserves better, and I intend to ensure she gets it.
You can't do this! She's my daughter!
And yet, you left her outside like she was yesterday's parcel. Good night, Miss Leah. We are done here.
You called the cops on me? Are you insane? Do you have any idea what you've done? They showed up this morning. I'm under investigation now for abandonment and abuse.
I am aware. I filed the report myself. I also forwarded the security footage, documentation, and note you left attached to your daughter's bib. Child Protective Services has, in fact, been attempting to contact you for over a week.
They just want to make me look bad. You're all conspiring against me. No one is going to believe this. I didn't do anything wrong. I left her with family. You and Maggie are acting like I committed a crime.
You did commit a crime, Miss Leah. Whether or not you believe it does not change the legal classification of your actions. And choosing to ignore calls from Child Protective Services on the basis that you did nothing wrong only further implicates you.
They called while I was on vacation. What was I supposed to do? Ruin my one break?
If I may be so bold, yes, you should have. Your child's safety should always outweigh the importance of cucumber masks and hot stone therapy.
Oh, give me a break. She was fine. You said she was fine. You're blowing this way out of proportion.
The child is fine thanks to me, because I found her, because I fed her, because I cared for her. You, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found.
Oh my God, stop acting like I left her in a ditch. She was on a doorstep. I figured someone would be around.
Miss Leah, that is not parenting. That is gambling with a life.
I left her with family, okay? That's not the same thing as abandoning her. Maggie and I go way back. She's like a sister to me.
You haven't spoken to Maggie in 5 years, and she is no longer married to your brother. That legal tie is long severed. In the eyes of the law and any rational person, she is no longer family.
That's not true. Family is more than just paperwork.
Then perhaps you should have acted like family, because your actions did not resemble love, they resembled neglect.
I thought Maggie still lived there. I didn't know she moved. It's not like I checked because I didn't think I had to.
I must say, your ability to create excuses under pressure is impressive. Unfortunately, this one doesn't hold either. Because even if Maggie had lived there, she had no notice, no agreement, no consent. You placed your child's life in the hands of hope. That is not caregiving, that is dereliction.
I was stressed. I had no help. No one offered to babysit. I needed time for me. That doesn't make me a bad mom.
Miss Leah, even now you are still speaking only about yourself. Not once have you asked how your daughter is doing. Not once have you inquired about her care, her mood, or her safety. You demand, you accuse, you cry foul, but you do not parent.
This is so unfair. You're all ganging up on me.
No, Miss Leah. The world is finally holding you accountable. There is a difference.
So what happens now, huh? You gonna tell the courts I'm a monster? You want me to lose her completely?
I want what's best for the child. Whether or not that includes you remains to be seen. But rest assured, I will continue to document, report, and inform the appropriate parties. You will not escape responsibility this time.
Stop pretending you're so perfect! You're not even her family! You have no right!
On the contrary, I had every right to prevent a tragedy, and I acted swiftly as any responsible adult would.
I don't care what you say! I'm getting her back! You can't stop me!
I imagine you'll try. That's what makes you dangerous. Which is precisely why this is no longer a conversation I intend to have with you. If you won't listen to me, then I'll find someone you will listen to.
Wait, what? What does that mean? Who?
You'll find out soon enough, Miss Leah, and I do hope, for your sake, that you're ready for them.
You told my boyfriend? What the hell is wrong with you? Who even gave you his number? Why did you think that was your business?
I assumed he already knew. Given the gravity of the situation, I thought it reasonable to ask whether he intended to raise the child with you. His reaction made it very clear he had not been informed, so I clarified.
You had no right! How did you even know who he was? Are you stalking me now?
I had you looked into. Standard due diligence. Your social media is quite informative.
You ruined my life! He left me! He said he doesn't want a baby. He said I lied! I told him it wasn't a big deal, and you went and told him everything!
I told him the truth, the part you failed to mention, that there is a living, breathing child involved, and that she's been under the care of strangers because her mother had other priorities.
You don't know anything about my life. You just decided to tear it apart.
Miss Leah, I did not tear your life apart. You did that yourself. I merely made sure the consequences could no longer be ignored.
I don't even want the stupid kid. Are you happy now? Is that what you wanted to hear? I never asked for her.
Then you should not have had her, and you certainly should not have left her like baggage. But since you did, you will now be held accountable, whether you like it or not. And for her sake, I sincerely hope you never speak about her that way again.
I met her today, Orwell. I held her for the first time. I thought I'd be nervous or afraid, but I wasn't. She just fit in my arms, like she belonged there. She reached for my necklace and clutched it like she knew me. It wasn't just instinct, it felt familiar. I want to raise her. I know it's fast. I know it's complicated, but I want to.
I suspected this would be your decision. In truth, I hoped it would be. I've watched you make space in your heart for this child since the moment she arrived. Miss Leah does not deserve her, that much is clear. But beyond that, she is reckless, she is venomous, and I will not allow you to be wounded by her.
She's not going to get anywhere near her. After what she said to you, saying she doesn't want her, I don't care if she changes her mind tomorrow. She's made her stance perfectly clear. I can't imagine handing her back. I won't do it.
Then the course is set. Leave all paperwork to me. I've already begun arranging documentation for emergency custody, protective measures, and the beginning stages of adoption. I will ensure that no loophole, no oversight, nothing whatsoever will allow Miss Leah to reclaim this child.
I knew you'd be one step ahead. Thank you, Orwell, not just for the logistics, but for being here, for knowing what to say before I even ask. She's so small. You should see the way she sleeps, curled up like a little seed. And when she yawns, she makes this soft little sigh. It's heartbreaking. I keep thinking how lucky she is that you were the one who opened that door, and how unlucky she was to be born to Leah.
Tragedy sometimes arrives wrapped in soft cloth and tiny hands, but so does grace, and now, perhaps, redemption.
That's very poetic, but I don't know if I believe in redemption. Not yet. Right now, I'm just overwhelmed. She's perfect, and I can't stop thinking about what could have happened.
Are you all right, madam?
I'm just thinking about a lot of things, that's all. Holding her today, it brought back a lot. Some good, some hard. Some I thought I'd buried.
It may not be my position to say this, but time does have a way of healing wounds eventually. You simply need more time. For now, I urge you to rest. Emotional upheaval, even of the joyous kind, is exhausting. Let the child rest, and let yourself do the same. The rest will be seen to.
You're right. You always are. I'll lie down for a bit. Just let me know if anything comes up. For now, I'll leave everything to you.
You absolute snake! I just got out of jail and found out I'm being charged, with crimes. What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't do anything.
Let's see. Child endangerment, neglect, abandonment, interference with a custody investigation, lying to officers of the court, evading child protective services. Shall I go on? Or would you prefer to check the arrest record yourself?
That's all bogus. You're twisting everything. I left her somewhere safe, on a porch, not in a dumpster. You're acting like I wanted her dead. You can't seriously be comparing me to one of those psychos who leaves a kid in a car for hours. I didn't do that. I left her where someone could find her.
You left her on a doorstep you never confirmed was occupied. You made no call, you sent no text, you left her with no food, no ID, and no guarantee she'd be discovered. And if I had not answered the door that morning, no one would have found her for a week. The outcome was pure chance. Your intent was clear. That's why you're being charged.
This is insane. I'm not a criminal.
No, Miss Leah, you are something far more dangerous. You are entitled and willfully ignorant.
I had to spend the night in a jail cell. With actual criminals, people with tattoos and records and everything. I was crying the whole time. You have no idea how humiliating this has been.
And yet, your daughter slept soundly in a warm crib, surrounded by people who actually cared about her well-being. Consider the contrast. One night in a holding cell versus a lifetime of consequences for a child who didn't ask for any of this.
You're acting like I hurt her on purpose. I just needed space.
Then you should have asked. You should have planned. You should have shown a single ounce of maturity.
You all just want to make me suffer. Admit it, this is personal. You think you're better than me. Maggie thinks she is too.
Miss Leah, what you've experienced so far is not punishment, it is process. The punishment begins now. And not because of what we want, but because of what you've done.
You got me fired? Are you seriously that obsessed with ruining my life? I showed up for work today and they told me not to come back.
Miss Leah, I didn't get you fired. I merely submitted a report. The decision was theirs, and frankly, long overdue. Your employers entrusted you with children. Once they saw what you were capable of with your own, their response was swift and correct.
Oh my God, you did report me. Do my job? What gives you the right? You told them about my personal life? You're out of your mind. How did you even know where I worked?
I looked into you thoroughly. I always do. Imagine my surprise to discover you were employed as a daycare instructor, trusted with toddlers whose parents believed they were safe. And yet you left your own child to scream alone on a doorstep while you booked a resort with your boyfriend.
That's not the same. I'm good with other people's kids.
And yet not your own. Quite the paradox.
I could have just left her at my school's nursery, but that would have cost money. Leaving her with Maggie was free.
And there it is, the true motivation, selfishness and greed. You had the means to place your child in a safe, professional setting, but chose the cheapest option, one that didn't even involve consent. Frankly, I wouldn't leave my goldfish in a tank supervised by you, let alone a child.
This isn't fair. I'm blacklisted. I'll never work in childcare again. Why are you doing this to me? What did I ever do to you? She's not even your kid. You're acting like I wronged you personally.
You're right, she isn't mine, but you did hurt someone who means more to me than I could ever express. You hurt Maggie, and for that, I will never forgive you.
Oh my god, I left a baby with Maggie. Big deal. She's the one who can't have kids, not me.
And that, Miss Leah, is the depth of your ignorance.
I didn't say anything mean. I just thought it was convenient. She always wanted kids. It's not my fault she can't have them.
You don't remember, do you? Or maybe you were never told. Maggie and your brother divorced not just because of fertility issues, but because she did conceive once. A son. Full term. She held him in her arms. He took one breath, then never another. That stillbirth shattered her. And then you came along and dumped a living child in her absence without consent, as if she was some empty vessel waiting to be used. That wasn't convenient, that was cruelty. Cruelty that will not be forgiven or forgotten.
Enough with the dramatics. I don't need her forgiveness. If she wants a baby so bad, she can have this one.
She already will. The process has begun. Papers are being filed. Your rights are being reviewed. Maggie has chosen to protect this child the way she couldn't protect her own. And I will go to any length required to crush anything that endangers that child's peace, including you. So no, your forgiveness is not required, and neither is your permission.
You need to get your psycho butler under control, Maggie. I swear if I get one more self-righteous, condescending message from him, I'm going to scream. He's meddling in my life, stalking my job, my boyfriend, everything. I can't deal with him anymore.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? I can't deal with you anymore either. Honestly, Leah, you should be thanking him. Orwell has far more patience than I ever could. By the way, did you hear? I've decided to keep your daughter. Or should I say, my daughter. The paperwork is well underway. She'll never go back to you.
Oh my god! Will everyone just stop acting like I care? I don't want her, okay? She ruined my entire life. Do you have any idea how close I was to getting remarried? And then she showed up and scared him off. She's a curse. I wish she was never born.
That's what you think of her. A curse, a burden, a mistake. Do you have any idea how many nights I've stayed up wishing I had the chance you wasted? That child should have been loved. She should have been celebrated, not left to cry alone while her mother got her nails done. It makes me sick that someone like you was ever given the chance to be a mother.
Then take her. Please, just take her and leave me alone. I don't care what happens anymore. Just stop dragging me into this.
You dragged yourself into this. You dumped your baby like a forgotten purse and expected the world to just move on. I haven't done anything to you, Leah. Not a thing. You lost your job. You lost your boyfriend. You lost every ounce of credibility you had. You did that, not me. And you know what? Maybe this is the best thing for you. Now you can go back to your perfectly curated little life, one that doesn't include any inconvenient responsibilities or people you might have to love. Just don't come near her again, ever, because you don't get to hurt her like you've hurt everyone else.
I can't believe this. I'm getting rejection after rejection. Can't get hired anywhere decent. I've got a court coming up in 2 weeks, and the stress is literally killing me. And you're suddenly some kind of influencer, darling? You're on Instagram, TikTok, even Pinterest, for God's sake.
I didn't expect it to take off like this. Really, I didn't. I just wanted to connect with other moms. I didn't know anyone here in the UK, and it felt a little lonely at first. So I started posting, talking about motherhood, what it feels like to suddenly raise a child when you had no time to prepare.
Oh, please, don't act like it's some noble thing. You're posting cute kitchen pics and rainy window selfies. People follow you because you have a baby. Admit it. You're using her. You're using my daughter to get famous.
I never post her face. I'm not exploiting her. I'm protecting her. But I am proud of her, and I talk about her because she changed my life. Not because she gets me clicks, but because people relate. They tell me they feel seen. That matters more to me than numbers ever could.
It's disgusting. Everyone's fawning over you while I'm out here barely able to pay rent. You think just because you take pretty pictures and write long captions about being tired that you're some kind of hero? Try living my life. Try being dragged online and losing everything.
No one made you abandon your child, Leah. You did that. And I'm not a hero. I'm a woman doing her best in a hard situation. You had choices. You made yours. I'm not winning. I'm simply not running from the consequences of your actions.
You don't get it! I was finally starting over! A new man, new career opportunities, everything was finally coming together. And then that baby just wrecked it all! He left me, my interviews dried up, I'm a punchline now, and you get to live in some cottage fairy tale.
Do you even hear yourself? You're still blaming a child, a literal infant. Nothing was wrecked. You torched your life on your own. The truth is, you were always one bad decision away from falling apart. The baby just revealed who you really are.
It's not fair. It's just not fair. I lost everything and you gained everything. You get the baby, the house, the career, the applause, and I get to be the villain in your story.
I didn't gain anything. I worked for it. I sacrificed. I stayed up night after night when she wouldn't sleep. I cried when I thought I couldn't do it. I never wanted applause. I wanted to give her the life she should have had from the start. You think I don't get tired? You think I don't struggle? I just don't weaponize my failures the way you do.
You know what? Whatever. You win. Keep the stupid baby, the stupid followers, the stupid perfect life. I hope you're happy. I hope she grows up and hates you anyway.
She won't, because I'll never make her feel like she ruined my life. I'll never tell her she was a curse, or a mistake, or something I wish never existed. And I'm not happy because I won, Leah. This isn't a game. This was survival. But I'll tell you something. Until you stop being bitter, cruel, and selfish, you'll never be happy, no matter what you have. Leah went to trial last month. She was given probation, but the damage had already been done. Orwell still keeps quiet tabs on her, just in case. She lost her job, and with a criminal record for child endangerment, she won't be finding another one anytime soon. Her so-called friends vanished the moment she stopped being useful. Now she's completely alone. Sometimes I think about the son I lost, the child I held for one breath, the one I had to say goodbye to before I even got to say hello. But this little girl, she isn't a replacement. I'm not trying to fill that hole. I'm just trying to give her the future she deserves. Something warm, safe, and steady. Something Leah never gave her. Orwell has since wrapped up his affairs at the family estate and joined us here in the UK. He didn't have to, but he did. That's who he is. Fiercely loyal, impossibly capable, and always watching, always protecting. I don't think I could do this without him. Together, we're building something new. Not perfect, not easy, but real. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. For her. And for me.